Precious Heart, thank you for joining us for our weekly vlog. During the past several centuries, our sisters and brothers in the family of Awakening Humanity have been holding the sacred space for our awakening. These dedicated light workers have been invoking our I Am presence and weaving the light from our earthly experiences into every activity of light that our Father, Mother God, and the company of heaven have inspired the sons and daughters of God on earth to participate in. Through this unified effort, miracles have taken place and moved this sweet earth forward into the light in ways that transcended even the greatest expectations of everyone involved. Today, the beings of light are going to share some information about those miracles with you. The divine intent of this vlog is to help you clearly see that in spite of outer appearances, amazing things are happening on this planet. This earth and all life evolving upon her are in the process of ascending into the full embrace of the new earth. The reason it is important for you to understand what is happening is because it is time for you to participate in this holy endeavor on a conscious level. This knowledge will enhance your efforts and the efforts of your I Am presence, which will accelerate the tangible manifestation of the patterns of perfection for the new earth in your life and in the lives of all humanity. In last week's vlog, we learned that what is occurring on earth at this time is a unique experiment that has never been attempted in any system of worlds. When we succeed in completing this experiment, we will have co-created a new octave of Godhood that will benefit all of the sons and daughters of God from this moment forth. For this reason, the earth is receiving more assistance from the company of heaven and the sons and daughters of God throughout infinity than has ever been allowed by cosmic law. The entire universe is focused on this one tiny planet. The beings of light from every ascended realm and galaxy are holding the sacred space for Earth's and humanity's ultimate ascension in the light. Even with this unprecedented level of assistance, it was clear by the end of the 1800s that without superhuman divine intervention, the masses of humanity were not going to be awake soon enough to change our course from a path of separation and duality to the path of divine love in time to make it through the shift of the ages. With that realization, our Father, Mother God issued a cosmic edict that initiated a contingency plan with the divine intent of accelerating humanity's awakening. Knowing the urgency of the hour, our Father, Mother God sent forth a clarion call, asking highly evolved beings from the ascended realms of light if they would be willing to embody on earth to assist humanity in transmuting our human miscreations and reclaiming our path of divine love. The goal was for these beings to help the masses of humanity who were still asleep to raise their heads above the mud puddle of their miscreations effectively enough to once again hear the still small voice and inner guidance of their I Am presence. The beings of light said that never before had so many sons and daughters of God volunteered to assist their sisters and brothers under such difficult circumstances. In order to withstand the discordant frequencies of humanity's miscreations, these beings had to lower their vibrations to a frequency they had never experienced. They were also compelled to enter the earth with the band of forgetfulness, just like the rest of humanity. That meant that they would not initially remember who they are or why they had volunteered to be on earth. But since these beings would not be encumbered by the karmic liabilities the children of Earth were enduring, the hope was that they would be able to awaken quickly and remember their selfless missions in time to help humanity through the shift of the ages. Our sisters and brothers throughout the cosmos agreed to make this sacrifice because they were shown what would be accomplished on behalf of the sons and daughters of God throughout all creation once Earth's ascension was completed and this unprecedented experiment was victoriously accomplished. Out of billions of highly evolved beings who volunteered to embody on Earth, hundreds of millions were chosen for this vitally important facet of our Father, Mother God's new contingency plan. Once the decision was made, the floodgates of heaven opened, and these beings began to embody on Earth through the natural process of birth. During the past 100 years, hundreds of millions of these powerful beings have embodied in every corner of the world. Many of these selfless sons and daughters of God embodied into areas of the planet that are reflecting the most horrific frequencies of humanity's miscreations. These are areas where people's fragmented and fear-based egos have been inflicting atrocities on other human beings for millennia. The highly evolved beings made the sacrifice of being born into these painful situations on Earth because they believed that they would be able to transcend the pain more easily than the children of Earth, who had been beaten into the depths of despair and hopelessness by their ego's destructive behavior and their gross miscreations. In addition to the beings who volunteered to embody into the densest frequencies of humanity's pain and suffering, there were beings who chose to embody in areas that would allow them to speed up humanity's technology and our technological advancement. When these beings awakened, they lifted up in consciousness and tapped into the patterns of perfection in the causal body of God. Their goal was to improve the conditions of the world through advanced technology. The discoveries and inventions these beings have revealed to the world over the past 100 years accelerated our technology in ways that cannot be logically explained through humanity's typical evolutionary process. During the latter part of the 1800s, we had barely discovered the telephone, the combustion engine, and electricity. The quantum leaps we have made in technology since that time far transcend any previously known rate of development. Unfortunately, some of the technology has been hijacked by humanity's wayward human egos. It has been corrupted and used for destructive purposes that have caused a great deal of harm. Misguided people have created things like nuclear weapons and designer diseases. Some industries have abused technology in ways that have caused the catastrophic pollution of the earth. These gross abuses of power have resulted in levels of greed and corruption that boggle the mind. They have also created obscene imbalances in the distribution of wealth and a level of poverty that is beyond the comprehension of anyone who has a compassionate heart. But now, the egos of even the most recalcitrant and asleep people are no longer in control and are in the process of being loved free. This means that the divine intent of our Father, Mother God's contingency plan is now in full swing, and the earth and all her life are moving forward in the light at warp speed. It is quite possible that you may be one of the advanced beings who have come to assist the earth and all her life into the fifth dimensional new earth. Only your I Am presence can reveal that to you. And that will only happen if that knowledge will somehow help you to fulfill your divine plan in this moment. It is actually immaterial whether we are one of the highly evolved beings from the realms of light who have come to help the children of Earth, or if we are one of the original children of Earth. We are all one, and no person's part of the divine plan is more important than another person's part of the divine plan. We are all sons and daughters of God with exactly the same divine potential. And we are here to help our sisters and brothers in the family of humanity to return to the path of oneness and divine love. It is through our collective and unified efforts that we will succeed. The company of heaven wants us to know about this contingency plan on a conscious level so that we will realize that incredible assistance is being received from on high. They want to encourage us and to motivate us to stay focused on the light in spite of any adversity surfacing in our life or in the outer world. Next week, the beings of light will share some of the amazing and life-transforming events that have taken place during the past 30 years. These were vitally important facets of Earth's ascension process that you participated in through your I Am presence, whether you were consciously aware of it or not. God bless you, dear one. I look forward to being with you again next week.